Hey folks, welcome back to Tech and More Tech. I'm Carlo, and in this video, I'm going to review the Amazon Echo frames. As always, there is a more detailed written version of this review on techandmoretech.com, or you can check in the link in the description right below that like button. I would like to just preface this review by noting that I will refer to Alexa as Alex in this video, so I don't have to keep muting myself and so I don't set off your devices. A few weeks ago, I reviewed the Echo Loop, which is Amazon's smart ring. If you haven't seen that video, you can check the link in the description. In that review, I concluded that it wasn't really that great of a device, and it was really more of a prototype than it was a finished product. Now, the Echo frames are part of the same Day 1 edition hardware lineup that Amazon has. These are kind of like an open public beta of hardware for new and upcoming Amazon devices. So naturally, I kind of expected to have a similar sort of experience with the Echo frames as I did with the Echo Loop, but of course I had to keep my mind open because I really wanted to give this a shot. So almost a year after the Echo frames were announced, my invitation was granted and I finally received them. They came in this nice looking box with the frames front and center with the standard assortment of accompanying accessories. You've got your standard wall plug, you've got a proprietary charging cable, you've got a hard shell case for carrying it around, a lens cleaner, and of course some, paperwork and literature. They only come in one size and color, and they come with clear lenses in them, but they come with some instructions for you to take to your optician so they can replace them with your prescribed lenses. In terms of looks, I think the Echo frames are quite stylish, nothing provocative, but I think they blend in, which is a big deal when it comes to wearables in my opinion. The only visually noteworthy aspect of them are these thick temples, but at a glance, they just look like regular glasses. On the right side, you've got a magnetic charging port, you've got a volume rocker to obviously adjust your volume, and you have an action button that, if you press it, will either invoke Alex, or it'll turn it on or off, or it can even mute the microphone. Along the outside of the temple is actually a touchpad, so depending on how you swipe it, what kind of gestures you use, it'll invoke different types of actions. So if you are receiving a phone call, you can swipe it to accept the phone call, or you can tap it once to decline the phone call. You can also tap and hold to invoke your phone's voice AI, so Siri or Google Assistant. And then if you listen to music or some sort of audio, you can tap once to pause and double tap to resume. There's also a LED on the inside of the frame that you can't really see, but it will turn on when you invoke Alex, just as a sort of, status light. It's not super bright and it doesn't stay on all the time, so it's not anything you really have to worry about being like a disturbance or a hindrance. Now, for some of you more observant viewers, you may have noticed in my prior videos that I don't wear glasses, but I don't wear contacts either, and it was immediately obvious to me that this product was not designed for me. I don't think by any means that Amazon is trying to get non-glasses wearing people to start wearing glasses all of a sudden because of the Echo frames. I think these are definitely designed to augment the glasses wearing experience for people that already wear glasses. Nevertheless, like I said, they come with clear frames, so there's no harm in wearing them for a couple weeks to, try it out and see what this product is like. Now, just to be very clear, these are not smart glasses in the way that you might think they are. There's no visual component or aspect to them. They're basically just glasses with Alex and some microphones and speakers built into them. Like I mentioned in my Echo Loop review, Alex is confined to your home for the most part. Google Assistant and Siri both live on your phones that are with you at 24/7, but Alex pretty much just lives on Echo devices that live at home. So Amazon is trying to remedy this by partnering with third-party manufacturers to integrate Alex into their devices, and also coming up with their own line of wearables such as these, so that Alex goes from just being in your home to being with you all of the time. So how do they accomplish this? I'm glad you asked. At the beginning I mentioned that Amazon isn't trying to convince non-glasses wearing people to suddenly wear glasses, because this ain't it. But they're trying to augment the experience for people that already wear glasses. And the way they actually do it is just by the speakers at the ends. After you get used to taking phone calls, invoking Alex, listening to music or podcasts or whatever through the speakers on your Echo frames, it makes you really not want to use headphones anymore. Don't get me wrong though, these are not going to replace your good headphones anytime soon. But not having anything in or on your ear is such a more comfortable experience that you must really want to jam out in order to not want to just listen to the audio through the Echo frames. For phone calls or any sort of spoken audio, they are more than clear enough at pretty much any volume range. and you can actually have them really quiet so that only you can hear what is being played, and so you don't disturb the people around you and you keep your privacy. No one wants to be that guy at the grocery store that has audio playing loud enough for everyone to hear. I really think this is what the device is all about. Having Alex built in or having access to your phone AI is just an added bonus, but just having those little speakers there makes the audio experience just so comfortable. And because of that, I think that's why the device is actually really compelling. Now, of course, it does have its drawbacks, and there are two main ones. The first one is battery life, but it's really not as bad as you think. If you have some sort of audio playing through them all the time, like music or podcasts, audiobooks, whatever, they're only gonna last about maybe 5 or 6 hours, which isn't actually all that bad if you consider how much like a small pair of wireless earbuds lasts. It's about comparable. If you're gonna use it more sparingly throughout the day, so maybe take a couple phone calls here and there, maybe listen to a little bit of music or a little bit of a podcast, you can stretch it out to make it all day. What's nice though is even if they do happen to die because of low battery, well, their primary function is still just to be glasses, and those don't require any sort of battery, so you can still just wear them and they will still function. My only other annoyance with them is actually with the play and pause media on the touchpad. If you do happen to have another pair of wireless headphones paired to your phone, maybe you have big ones that you actually want to listen to proper music to and everything, if you use the play and pause on the Echo frames while the headphones are connected, it will then redirect the audio back to the frames because it sees this as a Bluetooth audio device as opposed to just like a controller or something like that. This could probably be fixed with a software update down the line, but you know, it is just like a minor annoyance. So all of this brings us to the golden question. Should you buy these? For starters, you can't, and that's because right now it's still invite only, and while anyone can apply, you might have to wait a while to get yours. In terms of price, right now they are $180, and when they do go out to the general public, they're gonna be $250. I think at $180, they're probably like an okay, reasonably priced pair of glasses. They are plastic, they're not gonna be like fancy metal frames like you'd find probably on a nicer pair of glasses, but they also have all this sort of tech in them, so the price is, I think, pretty decent. $250 is maybe a little bit too high in my opinion. As you may have noticed, this was an Echo device and I barely spoke about Alex, and that's because it's really not the star of the show, it's more just an added bonus. I absolutely loved having audio play next to my ears rather than right in them. The Echo frames still have a little ways to go in terms of becoming a polished final product, but if you're a tech nerd that wears glasses and you kind of want to be on the cutting edge of the newest products, I think you should give these a shot because I think you will be pleasantly surprised. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like and subscribe button for plenty more videos to come. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will get to them as best I can. And until next time, see ya.